Before we learn about using Google Classroom, we should talk about some etiquette. Don't clutter the stream. This is a place for your teacher to share important information with you. If you create new posts or comment on a post your teacher has created, you will clutter up the stream in a hurry. This will make it hard for yourself and others to find information in the class stream. Keep your posts and comments on topic. Ask public or private questions about specific assignments on the assignment page. Make sure you are attaching the files you create for your teacher to your assignments. If your teacher has created files that you are supposed to work on, they will be on the assignment page under your work. If you have files in Drive that you have created already that you want to attach to an assignment, you can do that here also. Make sure to virtually turn in your work by clicking on the blue Turn In or Mark as Done button. This is how you will let your teacher know that you have finished your assignment and it is ready to be looked at. This will also help you stay organized by showing you which items you have completed in your classwork page on your Google Classroom. After hitting the blue button, Google Classroom will confirm with you that you are ready to turn in your assignment. It's important not to miss this step. Now let's have a look at how you can use Google Classroom to complete your schoolwork at home. To get to Google Classroom on the Chrome web browser, you have to be logged into the browser with your Google account. Once you're logged in, you can go to classroom.google.com to get to Google Classroom. All of your classes should show on this main class page. If you automatically go into one of your classes and it's not the right one, you can find all of your classes by clicking on the menu and you'll see them listed here. You can also click here to go to this main page to see all of your classes listed like this. If your teacher has invited you to a new class, it will appear like this with a blue Join button. You can just click the blue button to jump in. If your teacher has sent you a class code, you'll need to use the little plus button and enter the class code to join the class. The first page you see when you come into Google Classroom is the stream. The stream is the place where the teacher can post updates for you, important information, and announcements and reminders. Remember, you don't want to clutter this up with comments that don't need to be here. Keep it clean so that everybody can find everything easily. If your teachers put due dates on assignments, you'll see those things right on the left-hand side popping up to show you that they're due. Most of your work should be appearing on the classwork page. On the side, there are topics for filtering out your assignments. Your teacher might have set up topics this way week by week. This makes it easy for you to click on a specific week and see what your teacher has asked you to do for that week. For example, here we have 3 language arts assignments for the week that are all missing as they are due last Friday. To look at more information about an assignment or to do the work that is attached to it, click on the assignment to open up the assignment pane. Here, you can leave private comments for your teacher about this assignment. This is like private chat between you and your teacher, specifically about this thing. This is an excellent way to stay organized and make sure you're getting help from your teacher with the things that you need help with. Up here is the part where our work is connected. Now this is a Google form, which means it needs to be completed on the form like this. In Google Classroom, there isn't going to be anything to attach to this, but I am going to let the teacher know that I'm done by clicking on Mark as Done when I'm finished completing this form. That's going to let the teacher know that I've finished the form so she knows to go look at those responses. It's also going to mark this as done for me in Google Classroom so that when I go back to my classwork page, I can see that it's completed. On the classwork page, you can see that some of the buttons are gray. These ones are materials. That means there's nothing that needs to be done with these. They're just here for me to access in case I need them, like my math textbook. The ones that appear as blue or the assignments that I still need to do or turn in to my teacher. The ones that are gray, these are the ones that I've already completed. Now you can see easily, quickly how much you have done and how much more there is to work on. With every assignment that your teacher has given you, it's really important that you're looking at the work and checking to make sure things are turned in. If the teacher's created copies for you, the work automatically appears here in this box, like the slides example. This is something that I need to go in and work on for my teacher. When I've finished making the edits and working through the slides, I don't need to share this with my teacher and I don't need to email it to her. I can just close out my slides, go back to Google Classroom, and let my teacher know that I'm done by turning it in. If there's something else that I made, or I happen to have done the work somewhere else, I can add that here as well by clicking on the Add or Create button. From here, we can add items from Google Drive or something that we have stored on our computer. You can also create a brand new document, slides, sheets, or drawings directly from this button. Now I have two things attached to this assignment. When I go to turn in, Google Classroom will ask me if I'm sure if I want to turn in my work. I probably don't want to turn in a blank document, so I better go back to it and do some more work before I turn it in. Remember, if I have a question for the teacher, I can put a private comment here about this assignment. I could also post a comment that will go out to my whole class here. Sometimes your classmates might be able to answer your questions even faster than your teacher can get to them. To go back to your main class page, you can always click on the link up here. If you are using Google Classroom on a mobile device like a tablet or a phone, it works mostly the same way as Google Classroom on the Chrome browser like we were just looking at. The buttons are in a bit different places, and you might find that getting into menus is a little bit different also, but for the most part it works the same way and things should appear similar to how they do in the Chrome view. One thing that the app does that the Chrome version does not do is allow you to attach a picture file to an assignment. This can be useful if you've done some work on paper and you need to take a picture of it to send to your teacher. We'll watch it in action here. You go into classwork, find the assignment we want to attach it to, open our work and click on Add Attachment. We can choose to pick a photo or use our camera, take the picture, use photo, and wait for it to upload. When it's done uploading, we can go ahead and turn in the assignment to send that picture to the teacher. And now a couple more tips for helping you stay on top of the work that you need to do. The work for this Google Classroom appears on the left side, work that is upcoming due. If I click on View All, it will show me all of my assignments. By default, it's showing me everything that's been assigned. I can also filter and just find the work that I need to work on by clicking on Missing, look for work that has been returned with a grade, or look on work that has been assigned without a due date. From here, I can quickly open up these assignments to see what I need to do. Remember, if you have a question for your teacher about an assignment, you can use the private comment section here to ask that question. You can also post a question for your whole class. Stay on topic. Don't post things in these comment boxes that don't apply to the assignments. If you have multiple Google Classrooms that you need to stay on top of, you can quickly see your work for all of them by clicking on the menu and going into To Do. This will show assignments for all of your classes. You can also choose to just look at individual classes here. At the top, you can toggle between the ones that you need to do and the assignments that you have already done. You can go back to your classroom by clicking on the menu again and clicking on the class you want to be in. Something new you may have noticed or used already in Classroom is the Google Meet link right underneath the name of your classroom at the top on the stream and the little camera icon on the Classroom page. This lets you get into a Google Meet that your teacher has set up for you. You shouldn't use the link unless your teacher has told you to. Sometimes the link might not be there. That's because your teacher has turned it off. Always remember, you should only be using the Meet link and joining when your teacher is already in it. Have you been getting a lot of emails from Google Classroom? Or not getting any emails? That's the setting that you can change. If you click on the menu and go down to Settings, you'll see the option to turn email notifications on or off. It's not a good idea to turn your email notifications off altogether. You might want to look at some of the comments and turn those notifications off. Although if you're all using the stream and the comment features properly, we shouldn't be seeing a lot of these emails either. Have a look at this. Make sure you're getting the notifications and email that you need. The People tab on your Google Classroom shows you who's in your class. You shouldn't need to use this page for anything, except for maybe sending a message to your teacher. Even though there are buttons here for you to email your classmates, you should only email a classmate if a teacher has told you to do that so for some schoolwork. You shouldn't be emailing each other with your school accounts. These are made for school reasons, not for chatting with our friends. So remember, don't post unnecessary comments. Use the classwork page to find the work that you need to do. Use the topics on the side to look at specific areas to focus your work. Look at the little icons to see things that you need to do. And make sure when you finish something to turn it in. Happy home learning, everybody.